Hello Leo, I'm Christine. It is July the 16th and I'm going to do a tarot card reading for Leo. This year, Leo runs from July the 23rd until August the 22nd. I'm going to be using the African Tarot cards by Marina Romito. The African card tarots are really based on the Robin Waite tarot, so the symbols are kind of familiar to tarot card readers. The illustrations are very sunny, which I really like, especially for the summertime. The cards are kind of small, petite, so I will be showing them closer to the camera. The cards were shuffled. They're just wanting shuffled again. Again, this is for Leo. Today is July the 16th. They're slick. Okay. Your primary card today, Leo, is the Ace of Swords reversed. Ace of Swords reversed. Your crossing card is the Leo card, the card of strength. That's the number 8. The card of strength is your crossing card. That has two really separate meanings, and I will get to that in a moment, and one of them is kind of delightful. So a lot of major cards on the board tonight, Leo. Leo, your time of the year is fast approaching, July the 23rd to August the 22nd. I'm going to define the Ace of Swords reversed. Really, that means it's a very technologically preparing time for you, Leo. The third card defining the Ace of Swords reversed is the Devil card. That is not a frightening devil card. This is talking about the person that you might be relying on might be a younger individual from 15 years old to 25. Someone might know the fastest way to approach technological hookups. A new cable company for you, perhaps. This might be a technological fishing around in your engine, you know, the sort of computer manifestations they use now for just checking under the hood. The young person sort of approach to that, a young technical person. So that would be the third position, the 15. Okay, this is someone who is advanced in their energy and advanced in their output. It cancels any sort of worry that you might have of approaching this time. This is a culmination of you figuring out that things have come to a head. You must change something. So this is all about grids, wiring, connections. What would that mean, say, 300 years ago? That would mean the ingenuity it would take creating the aqueduct systems of who's going to bring it, or how are you going to bring fresh water in, and the disposal of the used water. Okay, that would be a technological system 300 years ago. Where do you put the embers of the fire? Can you utilize those? That is a technical question. Okay, so there were technological problems in every home 300 years ago too. All right, so it's the Ace of Swords reversed for you, Leo. I'll show that up close. It's kind of petite. In these cards, the Ace of Swords reversed is kind of difficult to see, only because the spear, that means swords, in these tarot cards is dark blue and it's on the sky background. But if you look closely, the artist has put a crown, because it is the ace, has put a crown around the arrow part, so you can see that detail. Alright, so Ace of Swords reversed, that's really good as far as telling you you are entering a safe period. You've decided to take things into your own hands and not let caution go to the wind. Alright, Leo? So you're truly preparing from this time. I'm doing this reading July the 16th, so the rest of July and probably until August 12. This might be a large endeavor, and it takes the organization. It is doubly defined as something wonderful by the Justice card up. The Justice card up in these cards, you can see that the locks coming from this individual's hair, the hair is naturally gray and white, talking about wisdom, the wisdom of fairness and justice. So the other side of the coin meaning for justice is fair, right? So not just lawfully justice, but feeling included and fair. And this is a way to broaden the count. Okay, so if you're technologically upgrading your home, that could mean maybe your circuit breakers are being expanded up to code, something like that. You're changing your cable company because perhaps the population of your home has increased and the demands have increased. Maybe you need more monitors, and that's making more of a load on your cable company, your modems. The first card to define the Ace of Swords reversed today is the Seven of Swords reversed. Seven of Swords reversed. I have to put this up so you can see the illustration. The illustration is an individual running off with some swords in a hurry. Okay, so if you think about it, this could end up being cut feet because this is such a hurry. But that is the enlightenment of the card. That this is, this is a dangerous sort of act, and it's not planned out. Okay, so today, Seven of Swords reversed, Leo, is your first definition. That's all about safety, especially of children. Okay, so your inspiration for this upgrade has to do with safety. The nest, your home, is inspected, making sure everything is okay, so that you can rely on the structure at large. So the Ace of Swords, like I said, sometimes that can be a computer analyzing your engine of your car, right? That would include safety. And of course the meat, or the main potato ingredient of your Ace of Swords, is the Justice card up. Justice card up. That is a grand endeavor and an excellent forecast for you, Leo, because if you did have plans for those sorts of things and the cards are reflecting that, that would make you feel really good and really just behind maybe some finances poured into this. Maybe it's part of a career change for you that you've had to pivot and change directions, and this is going to have to include something that you are just not familiar. This is unfamiliar territory, so you're having to consult someone of a very energetic and maverick sort of nature. The plans that you halfway have in your head, they can map out quickly because they're not daunted. They're not daunted by the used to be rules. Okay, so that's what this individual, this devil here in that position means for you, Leo. Alright, so the second card, your issue for today, and this is Thursday this coming week, rounding out July 20th, about the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is all about passion, action. It is the ultimate fire card, and Leo, you are a fire sign. Alright, so the Prince of Wands is all about meaning to address those issues at home. If you are in a strenuous relationship, and many of us are because of the financial burdens that we're all suffering right now, and health burdens that we are scared of and suffering right now, even crazy shifts. Crazy shifts can be nobody's getting any sleep. Your mate might be up one half of the day that you're not, so this is causing tensions. The Prince of Wands is like a promising time to work on those strains, to either change your point of view and relax and not make your different shifts a point of contention, or commit yourself to staying with your mate and create things that you can do together, whether that's board games or a relay sort of team to clean something together, so that one doesn't feel like they're carrying the whole burden load of that task. The Prince of Wands is, I will commit to home. Prince of Wands, I will commit to home. If you're excited about dating or seeing someone, the Prince of Wands is a promise of passion and the flame or the torches, maybe tiki torches, lending an ambiance theme to romance. So the Prince of Wands is all about romance and perhaps presenting yourself at your best. Okay, so the Prince of Wands is an extremely positive card, no matter where you are on the relationship spectrum. Prince of Wands is an excellent card. It can also mean a cooperative child. Yes, it can. So that's a great fire sign. Okay, crossing you. The Strength card. How can you cross yourself? Well, you, Leo, might be encountering out-Leoing yourself. Okay? So the Strength card can be about the one individual in your home that is most team-like. Okay? The one that likes to be the leader. Okay, or the one that would most likely be watching sports this time of year might be going out of their mind because they cannot watch a current sport this year on television, so they're having to find a new hobby. So they just might run interference, yes, I'm using a pun, on need to seem to be blocking your efforts towards this preparing ideal that you're working on. So this can be a youth. This can be a youth that considers himself or herself a brother or a sister, like in a team, like a lacrosse team or volleyball team. Remember and have some compassion for this person. This person is just wondering what to do with that team effort spirit this year, because everybody's saying sit down, sit out, sit on the bench, don't be in it as much as you were. Okay, so now you want to be in it, so you got to put a mask on and you got to play by different rules. Okay, so have some compassion for this individual that might be annoying you. I'm going to define it with one card, Leo, just to specify it. Okay, so this card flipped out too. Alright, so the Ace of Cups reversed is talking about this person does not feel at home or in their place. Okay, so what this is this is a secret to you, Leo. It's letting you know that the bottom of their behavior, okay, is that they don't feel like they're home. They don't feel like they have a place. Uh-oh, did you like move someone into their bedroom? Or did you adopt a pet and now that pet is welcome into your own bed? Okay, so this person's feeling of place has shifted. They feel a little out of place right now. So that's doubly make sure that you have some compassion for this person. Also, the Two of Swords reversed. Two of Swords reversed, defining this usual team player. Had plans. Two of Swords reversed talks about plans. They had plans. Well, the plans are still in their head. It's a very the Two of Swords reversed is talking about their expectations of what they wanted to do and how those are canceled out by insults or inner insults, like I can't do it this year, I have bad luck. Okay, those are self-imposed insults. Open your ears and listen to them talk and see if maybe somebody called them a loser at some point. And now that they can't run it out, right? They can't run it out. They can't sweat it out. Maybe they're going a little crazy. Maybe they're going a little crazy. They feel shifted out of place. So open your ears to that individual. Otherwise, they're just going to gnarl their way into your progress, Leo. Wow, your basis card, that's the card down here. The place where you're coming from the beginning of the year, Leo, is function, fully function. The Wheel of Fortune up. The Wheel of Fortune up. That was full function. Okay, so you might have had a vehicle that was functioning up to this time of year. Okay, so now that time is changed. So maybe you have to get a consultation on how to fix your car, especially if we are looking down the barrel of things being closed down severely. Maybe you want to run in and get your car taken care of. Maybe you want to run to the BMV and get your car registered, re-registered, sold. Okay, so leaving the full functioning. Okay, so this can be a health card, but considering your primary area, this does not seem to be health. Okay, it's not referring to health. It's referring more of machines. Okay, maybe the washing machine was working and it's not now. Okay, the recent past position, that is the card that determines the next 2 weeks. This is an unforeseen force that you are not aware of yet. Okay. In the African Tarot, the 9 of Hearts is an individual who is actually, you can't tell by the facial expression, but they're praying, and they have something like a pomegranate over here, which is abundance, and a chicken running around here, which is an abundance. Okay, so the Nine of Hearts is all about wishing, hoping, and in this position, because it is reversed, is talking about you're coming from a place of discomfort. You coming from a place of discomfort. You've been putting up with something for so long. You have finally recognized. Can you sit down, Nani? Can you sit down, please? Thank you. Thank you. That's my dog, Nani. Okay, so Nine of Hearts reversed is talking about putting up for so long. Okay, for the next 2 weeks, this technological advance might take 2 weeks to perform, but you are changing now. You are changing now. This card also is a drum roll for this individual too. So this individual who has the know-how and the nerve to achieve this change has finally come into your life and has the ability to do these things. So now is the time that you have decided to tackle that change and make that change happen. Okay, that's a real huge commitment on your part, Leo. Alright, so you're a top card. Your top card is defined. Wow. Okay, your top card is the Lover's card. Look at that happy, happy card in this African Tarot card. That is the Lover's card. It's your top card. That sort of repeats what I was saying about the Prince of Wands up. You're going to use your Leo talents to take on this new relationship. This is a revival, a reinvestment, a concentration on this bond. This bond may indicate a new baby or child in your life. Perhaps you are refashioning how you are schooling that child. Maybe you have realized that the best way to tackle their education in the near future is to simply sit down and read those Dr. Seuss books or history books or cultural books. Just forget about the workbooks, forget about the making it so hard on us as parents, and just do the old-fashioned sitting down and reading, spot reading with them, helping them sound out words or reacquaint yourself or acquaint the child with this new vocabulary word that seems to be challenging as they're reading. Just help them read along, because these standards of workbooks and stuff are helping drive us crazy. It is defined by the Magician up. The Magician up, even in the African Tarot card, on their table they have a representation of all four of the things that you need in the tarot. That is the wand, okay, the water vessel. The water vessel is for hearts, okay. They have this gold. It's a sphere of gold. In the African Tarot is the pentagram, okay, and then the spear, the dark blue spear here is the swords. The Magician has everything he needs on this table. Alright, so what that is telling you is this is super, super, super strength, and it will need to be. It will need to be to carry you the next 35 days, Leo. Alright, so it's telling you that all of your essence are going to be successful toward this bond that you have decided to devote yourself to. This can be a new child, an existing child. This can be a couple. This can be a connection in your life you have decided to redevote yourself to. You have decided to redevote yourself to. Okay. I am going to be right back, and I will begin the near future and the staff portion. Welcome back, Leo. Alright, Leo, I am going to talk about the near future now. The Empress in the African Tarot. Here's this little card. The Empress is such a strong card. The near future talks about the next three or 4 days, so it's going to take you over into the weekend. Today is July the 17th, so it's going to take you through the weekend. This is all about nurturing and looking toward the future. So all of your nurturing has to do with wholesomeness and building a future, looking toward the future. This is all about, this repeats this safety card. Seven of Swords reversed is the safety card. This repeats that. This is all about, are you comfortable? This is making sure that the dishes and the stove are ready to go. You know, they're clear and they're clean and things are planned. Okay? So, nurturing has everything to do with, you know, the normal things about bedding and food. Bedding and food. Okay? This is all about love and securing the future. Okay? So, it also might include attending a function of making sure the family next door has enough to eat, checking on loved ones, making sure the right calls are made so that when they close their eyes, they know that their future is witnessed and taken care of. Okay, it's all about nurturing. So that's a very strong card in your near future, Leo. Very exciting board for you. In this African Tarot, you can see that she has an abundance of food. All right, in the foreground seems to be growing corn. So presenting to you, she's got plans for that corn. And she seems to be holding a spoon. She has an abundant amount of things in front of her. So, that, yes, it certainly is a mothering card. But I will say parenting, because the father can be the nurturing force this weekend just as well. Alright, this is talking about planning about the future. In the depths position is a Five of Wands reversed. The Five of Wands reversed down here. I'm going to show it up though, so just so you can see. This is baton, or basically a game. Okay, all five individuals have a wand. A wand. This can be a lacrosse game sort of presentation. This can also represent frustration. But see, since your card is reversed and it's in the depths department, it is just a general reminder that you need to be watchful and be careful about your own generosity, Leo. Okay, so you might be feeling extra good this coming weekend. Be careful of your generosity. It is saying approximately 4 days ago, so July 13, 12, and perhaps 10 days ago, so July 7th. All right, so what might generosity look like? Well, maybe you let people into your home when you really shouldn't have, or you let them bend the rules when you shouldn't have. So be careful of your generosity. Maybe somebody asked you some money and you shorted yourself. So it's just a little reminder in the depths department. It's just a little reminder. Be careful of your generosity, Leo. Perhaps 2020 seems to be your year, so you're feeling confident, okay? Or maybe you're having a bad year and you don't have your things so much in order that you know exactly what to keep and what to give away. Okay, that would be my personal problem, is I don't know how to gauge things this year. All right, so that's just in your depths department, the Five of Wands reversed, okay? Your Knight of Swords in your witness area, your Knight of Swords in your witness area is reversed. All right, so first of all, here's the Knight of Swords up. You got your dark blue sword here. Okay, Knight of Swords up is pretty much as strong as you could possibly be, because it's in your witness position, and because it is reversed, it's talking about bickering. It's talking about bickering, and this could be this usual team player, okay, that might not be the actual one that's bickering, but might be causing stress. All right, if you are in a relationship, this is telling you, Leo, that your other party, perhaps they are a Gemini that's not feeling well, is bickering. The communications are not going well. The complaining that they are complaining about are not the real complaints. Okay, it's that perfect thing that happens when you go, what's wrong, and they go, nothing, and you know it's not nothing. Okay. Your highest challenge right now is not clear communication. This communication could certainly mean your cable company's load into your home is not enough, so it might be causing either fights, or maybe your monitors are just super slow, pixelating, okay? Your incoming Queen of Swords reversed, your incoming card is the word patient. Alright, so I'm not trying to scare you or anything, but this can mean that someone in your house's health is at risk. Alright, it's in the incoming, the possibility card. Here's the Queen up. She's usually a very powerful queen, but when she is reversed, it's the word patient. Alright, it's someone who's stuck in a place. So this can mean someone has I don't know, twisted their ankle. So your inbox, the Queen of Swords reversed, is usually being held in place, such as a patient. It can also mean that funds that you were expecting to come in and help you with something, the funds would be delayed or canceled. So it's a problem. Alright, so this is a problem. It's a challenge. It's the name of your challenge. Fortunately, this placement only lasts 3 days. So today's the 17th. So July the 20th you should have been able to identify what this problem is and have the tools to overcome it. Remember, you're very, very strong at top cards of the Lovers, the devotion to the bond, and all your will going toward that. This is an extremely magical card. That's why I was obsessing about what this individuals has on their table. What that represents is the everything you need before you card. Your outcome card is the Hierophant reversed. The Hierophant reversed. I'm going to show you the Hierophant up. The Hierophant is about the Chamber of Commerce, the court, the hospital, the organization of safety and safeness. Well, in your outcome, it is reversed. So, there's an extraordinary challenge in front of you, Leo. It's about embracing the at-large safeness. Okay, so it's not just having to go to court. It's some sort of challenge to get there. It's not just going to the hospital. It's some sort of challenge to get there. I'm going to pull some cards to try to help focus or bring in what it means. Okay, Page of Wands. This is talking about your company needs to be plural. Whatever this is, do not try to do this by yourself. This is also about deadlines. Pay attention to deadlines going on. If you think you're late, find out, make some phone calls, or just go for no reason and then find out. Okay? Nine of Wands is a perfect card to be on your side. This is all about marching. This is all about strength. You're going to have it together, even though you might have doubts. You will be having it together. This is the strength of running and the march and power and lungs and adrenaline and perfect timing. So that is an excellent card to address this challenge of getting to this safety zone. And the Five of Hearts is the third card, and that is the card that is cast away. The Five of Hearts in the African Tarot not only has the hearts represented by the water vessels spilling, you can see represented there's a stream or a river, and the person is looking back at home. This is underlining the sadness. The Five of Hearts is a very sad card. Well, the good news is, Leo, the third card is sadness. So whatever you're going to achieve, your challenge in front of you, you're going to avoid this feeling of sadness and this feeling of aloneness. This sort of sadness is very much this kind of sadness. This upside down Ace of Hearts is very much this Five of Hearts. So you're going to, by luck, or just recognize the strength of being on time, of having company with you. Okay? This doesn't have to be company that is an expert in safety. This can just be company, friends. Alright? So, that's going to help you adrenalize and be on time. And you're going to avoid this sadness. Well, Leo, this is an excellent drawing. You have a lot of major arcana. Mostly, this will to revive the functioning of whatever this says, the Wheel of Fortune up. Okay? So, you're putting your strength and power into that. You may not have a high internet speed, and that's why you're addressing technicalities. You have maybe perhaps a small breakdown in communication from your partner. The Knight of Swords is reversed. That's your hugest problem on the board, is the Knight of Swords reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed. But whenever you have consecutive cards like this, running in a consecutive fashion like this, the changeability increases a great deal, so that you should have these writing themselves very quickly. Okay, so even though there's some sort of interrupt coming, these are going to write themselves very quickly. Okay, so your hugest thing is this Knight of Swords is going to be righted by this fire sign. Leo, you're a fire sign, and you have this fire sign on your side. That's your issue card. So Leo, you have a very powerful month coming up. Congratulations, Leo. Thank you for visiting. I'm Christine, and I will see you next time. Going to be doing a love reading, Leo. This is going to give you some insight into your partner, the current partner that you're dwelling with, the partner that you would like to dwell with, the partner that's away from you right now. So, if you don't have a partner and you want a partner and you haven't worked up enough nerve to speak to them yet, this gives you some insight to what might be on their mind and whether you should approach them. Like, if you are at the best you can be or maybe they're preoccupied right now. This love reading is really just for the next 10 days, since today's the 16th, so that would be the 26th about. Okay, so this line here, this column, is the person. Alright, this is the truth column in between, which is so far not that bad. Okay, so Leo, this column is going to be you. Alright, I just put away your main board, and on that board it assures that some sort of sadness was going away. Alright, so that was that card. Now it is presenting reverse. The Five of Hearts up is talking about joy. The Five of Hearts up is talking about joy in the form of assistance. Joy in the form of the counter. Okay, so the counter can mean like pick up food service. It used to be able to include the bartender, alright, but not so much these days with COVID-19. So what else happens at the counter? This can mean you finally have enough nerve or funds to get your car fixed, so you go up to a counter and leave your keys. What else is at the counter? Remember Lucy in the Peanuts cartoon? She would have a counter the psychologist was in. So maybe you're going to try counseling online. Alright, that's assistance by the counter. Yep, it has to be included because even the guides know that times and methods change. So, I'm going to show the card up again so it makes some sense into the camera. Okay, so this is the degree of sadness and aloneness. Well, the card is being turned upside down to mean your outlook. So it says that your outlook in the next 10 days, Leo, is very good. You're going to be really in your zone during the Leo time. The Fool upside down. Here's the Fool up. Okay, and you have you have your basic belongings in an overnight bag, and a dog giving you a hassle. Okay, that would be the card up. But your card is reversed. This is talking about independence of heart. So Leo, you are feeling particularly independent. Maybe you were forced into a position lately where you have needed to rely on yourself, and you feel it fully in your heart. And this is going to give you strength to approach your relationship. This is an excellent card to have in your heart zone. Very good, Leo. Ace of Swords up. This is extremely passionate. This is extremely healthy. Ace of Swords up. And your waist down is talking about Excelsior. Onward and upward. Excelsior in your waist down aspect, Leo, is very, very good. It's talking about entirely functional, whether you're male or female. Onward and upward means you're not bogged down by past experience. You're not going to let that haunt you. You might have run into some resistance now and then, but not this time, Leo. You are feeling the summer. You are feeling the zone. Someone has handed you a new set of rules, and you're going to be okay. I'm going to just use that and go forward with it. You are very confident, Leo. Let's look at your intended. Your intended has the Hanged Man reversed. Okay, so that's not a really good mental state, Leo. you might be dealing with someone who is being insulted or torn apart so that their mind is full of toxicity. Not from you. You seem to have a healthy aspect of looking for assistance. Their head seems to be full of things ranging from generational abuse, such as a different point of view from their parents or their child, yelling from within the family, discord within the family, disagreements, what is best. Alright, so this is a lot of tension going on inside of their head. Approach with caution. Okay, in their heart is the Emperor reversed. The Emperor reversed in the African tarot is pretty much all the other Emperor signs with your typical orb in hand and staff in hand. Power, power. Well, in their heart it is reversed. That means they don't feel secure with any sort of leadership. That means that someone has lied to them in the past or has a difference of opinion that is so harsh. They have decided that a leader is not the answer. So be very careful not to be very bossy with your intended or your current mate. Tone down any bossiness, Leo. In the basis, from the waist down, they have fully functioned. This was on the board just a moment ago, remember? It is fully functioning. Health. Alright? So both of you have a healthy physical aspect, right? The Wheel of Fortune is all about balance and flight and working, functional, biology. It's talking about just everything is set. Okay, there's nothing unhealthy going on there. So there's hope based on the physical proximity, onward and upward, and good health and balance. So what do the guides believe about the next 10 days between you? First, there is a swords card, the Six of Swords reversed. The Six of Swords reversed. Okay, so mentally, you're going to have to proceed with extreme caution. Alright? And whatever proactive thing you have in your head, you might have to set on the shelf for 10 days. So, your approach to a relationship should not be intellectual at this time. It needs to be more hedonistic at this time. What that means is base it on very primal joys, such as outside eating or watching the birds. Okay, that's a primal joy. Or intimacy. If you're at the age where intimacy is the way to cure or approach that band-aid in the relationship, then that is the way to go. This is telling you that whatever the intellectual balance, chart making, don't do that. Postpone that. The cure to this relationship is not intellectual at this time. You cannot, all those sort of proactive endeavors need to wait, okay? The minds will not meet at this time. The Seven of Wands reversed. Here's the Seven of Wands up. The Seven of Wands reversed literally says better off alone. Better off alone is right smack in the middle of this relationship spread. Can you have a relationship alone? Yes, you can. Yes, you can, especially if there are a different set of shifts, someone has experienced sleeplessness, or they have to work at night, and that is away from your partner, that is at the heart of this matter, you're going to have to wait that out for about 10 days. Okay? So that is why your partner is not believing in any sort of leadership right now. Okay? They feel like they're better off alone. They need to be by themselves, and if he's not at home or if she's not at home, they want to be independent with that. They're okay with their endeavor or their hobby. They have a plan to fill that void. So you mustn't worry about that. Better off alone for you too. You are independent heart right now. You're independent heart right now. The Knight of Pentacles up. The Knight of Pentacles up is all about an apple a day will keep the doctor away. It is about natural health. It is about taking care of yourself, pacing yourself. It is about avoiding being dizzy. It is also about wisdom coming from the youth. If a child can recognize something as healthy, then it probably is, because they have an innate guide. You know, why would you do that? Why would you do that? A child might say, and then you have to question yourself. Gee, I'm not real sure why I would do that. Okay, so sometimes the most simple solution is the best solution. So the Prince of Pentacles is cementing this health, the health of your partner, and saying that that is the most healthy way to go forward. Stick to very primal instincts to work on this relationship or approach this relationship. It must be outdoors or very basic. Very basic. Okay? Thank you, Leo. Thank you for visiting. Christine, I will see you next time.